This exercise will help you identify the data sources and tests that are available in order to validate a product idea. If you're currently in a product management role, you might have a specific problem in mind and solutions that you need to validate. If not, this exercise will still be useful for future ideas you want to validate with quantitative and qualitative data. First, think through which data sources you can leverage, which will depend on your organization's tech stack and resources. Do you have a way to track product usage? If so, how can this help you determine which of the proposed solutions will have the greatest impact on your customers? Next, determine if you have a way to create in-app surveys and polls. If the answer is yes, think about what type of input you need for the problem at hand. Do you just want to ask users which functionality is most appealing? Or do you need to show them a prototype and collect open-ended feedback? Related to that, if your organization uses a feedback management system, see if any feedback items relate to the problem you're trying to solve. If so, which ideas have the most votes or support? Finally, you might be able to leverage additional resources like market research and willingness to pay surveys. See if your product team already has access to these or if you'll need to request them. If you want to go the route of experimentation, start by determining if you need to do evaluative testing or live experimentation. If you haven't built anything yet, you'll go with the former. If you have built something already that you want to test, you'll likely go with the latter. If you landed on evaluative testing, think through which method or methods make the most sense. Are you looking to test a feature's usability? Do you have a prototype that you want to get in front of customers? Are you trying to gauge interest in a potential solution and thus need a fake door test? If you decided on live experimentation, consider whether you'll need to test out a single feature or A/B test with 2 versions. You'll also need to determine where in the product you want the experiment to live. Is the location obvious? Or do you want to test out multiple locations to see if that impacts engagement with the feature? For both categories of experimentation, once you've chosen how you'll validate, you'll need to identify who you'll validate with. Identify the users you want to target, which will depend on the problem you're trying to solve and the solutions you're deciding between. Remember, the benefit of this type of experimentation is being able to test things on a smaller subset of your user base before rolling it out more widely.